We're going to get a breakout. I'm waiting for it to break out of the top of this box. We're going to get a breakout. I'm not doing anything. It's too sideways for me to do anything, so it's a 5-minute chart we're looking at. I want it to break out over the top before I do anything. Yeah, I'm in no hurry. No hurry. I like what it's doing. It's just too sideways. Day chart's very interesting. It's breaking out over the high of the previous day. That's good. It's a double star red bullish day. We just got some resistance up there. Plenty of room to go up though to the next levels. If we look at the next levels, it's way up here, way up there. What do we got in the 4-hour chart as far as resistance? Same thing, just way up there, way up there. That's good. Plenty of room to go up there. There's a trend line up there also, so it could shoot up there and get stuck up there somewhere. But that's a good little ways to go. So we definitely want to start to be thinking about going long here. Definitely. Possible breakout. Let's get one of these created. Possible breakout. Possible breakout, possible breakout. Let's see what we got here. Did we get it? Where's it at? File image. Breakout. Open. There we go. Possible breakout. I'm looking, I'm watching, I'm waiting. I don't want to get in too early, and I don't want to chase it, so the timing is perfect. I'm watching what it does in this box because very, very resistance right there, but this is a good little pattern to be thinking about getting in it early though, if you want to get in early. We could try to get in it, put our stop underneath the close of yesterday. I want to see how this candle closes, but I don't. The hourly chart, the 15-minute chart looks good. It got smacked down right above this this box. I want to see how it does above this box. It got smacked down pretty hard. Got smacked down right here. Look, it's just now ticking over it right here. Let's see what it does. This is where we want to see it continue. And it's turning red. Hopefully it'll keep going. I can't touch it until it breaks out over the top of this thing. It's already been smacked down several times. MNQ. And if it bounces on that trend line, that'd be nice. Maybe that'll give us the clue that it wants to keep going. We could try a fancy little cheap trade here if we wanted to. Bouncing off this area here, off of the trend line. See if it'll...
Order filled.
See if it'll stay up there. See if these pivots right here will hold it up. Trend line, this transition area could definitely hold it up right here. Almost got us on it. Let's see if it stays above the trend line. So this is just me getting in early, which I said I wasn't going to do. It's a cheap trade though. If it doesn't stay above this trend line, yeah, you're not going to want to stay in it and let it just keep dropping. So that was worth a try. It almost got back over the top of it. So now it's hitting this trend line. I thought if it had really good strength to go up right here, that's where you'd want it to bounce. On top of these pivots here, on top of the trend line, and kind of hold, and it's breaking down below the 20, and it's, you know, really testing this trend line here. We'll see what happens. If that is the bounce area, then we'll be looking to get long. Well, I'm glad you didn't stay. This is why you don't stay in it. I mean, this is exactly why you don't stay in it. $15-minute chart, totally choppy sideways. And that's why I had that box up there. I figured I'd give it a little cheap trade at the top. 10-point try, 10 points. I was risking 10 points for a nice breakout move. So to me, it was worth it. But you definitely don't want to keep holding. I mean, it may come all the way down to the bottom. Break out over the box, buddy boy. It's going to be giving us some big swings. We can definitely do trend line breaks on this thing. Back up to the box. Come on, what are you going to do? You're going to keep chopping around? I think the breakout over the 20 is working right now. Got to watch every time it's broke out over the 20. It went up and gave some profits. Except for right here, not much, but again right here. It might be good to set a big stop loss and just buy and hold this thing. I'm looking at a $200 risk trade to buy it when it dips down towards the bottom again. Just buy it and use this box as my stop loss in case it drops below. That's the overnight pivot low.
Every doubt begins to fade when I stop resisting everything and trust the way it's made. There's peace inside the chaos, there is calm inside the flow. Everything begins to open when I finally let go.
Oh. Back into the box. It'd be wild to watch it go back up to that to that high of a couple of days ago, or what is it, a couple of months ago maybe. Yes.
Every breath becomes a rhythm, every thought begins to slow, and I feel a deeper presence in the way the moments flow. I don't need to run or chase it. I don't need to prove a thing. There is peace inside the movement. There is truth in everything. Peace.
Order filled.
I'm gonna go for it. We're gonna do a 1-to-1 trade on this. Hopefully it'll work. I'm gonna use the overnight low as my stop loss. Well, hopefully the bet is that it's gonna keep going and it's not gonna go back down to the overnight low. We'll see. Can't be afraid to trade. That day chart is looking, I mean, there's nothing holding it down. There's nothing holding it down on the 4-hour chart, the 6-hour chart. Once it gets over the top of this box and stays, it might even give us 2-to-1. I don't want to get greedy or anything, but
The rhythm started shifting and it pulled me into now. And I realized I don't need to understand it, just allow. There's a power in the stillness, there's a truth in letting go. Everything becomes much clearer when I trust the inner flow. Oh, 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 trust the inner flow. Trust the inner flow. In the depth of every rhythm, there's a truth I cannot fake. It's not something that I'm building, it's something I awake. There's a peace that comes in layers, there's a calm that slowly grows. When I stop controlling everything and not trust the way it flows. Nothing lost, nothing wrong. Everything has led me here. In this moment, I remember there was never anything to fear. Peace, peace, peace. I feel the peace. Let it flow.
Oh, that might not be the overnight low. Wait a minute.
Let it guide.
Oh, the overnight low is much lower than that. I guess I'm using this pivot. Yeah, this is not the overnight low. The overnight low would be much, much further down.
I feel
But
the
still, if to get me out, it's going to have to drop below the high of yesterday and the close of yesterday, which it just did that dip right here. So if it was just trying to sweep liquidity before going up, then it's already done that. And it is creating higher lows. Higher lows and higher lows, which is great. So let's hope that we are judging this properly. If we're looking at this properly,
step by step, breath by breath. There is nothing left to chase. Everything is happening exactly in its place.
I'm willing to buy another one if it dips lower.
Stay.
But if it holds this, if it just keeps going up, I'll keep the one I got. I almost would like to add to it. Five-minute chart looks pretty good. It's breaking out of the box. Keep going, buddy. Push them up. 5,000 tick chart.
Feel the wave. Feel the wave. Let it move. Let it stay. In the silence, I remain. In the rhythm, no more pain. Every breath feels aligned. Every moment feels divine. No more fear, no more fight. Only flow, only light. This is eternal. This is now. No more past. Only now.
All right, what's it doing? All right, what's it doing?
In the rhythm, I dissolve. In the groove, I evolve. Time is fading. I remain in the flow. No more pain. Eternal, eternal. Eternal. I don't see, but I believe through the night you lead me. Faith, 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 I walk by faith. Believe, believe, believe.
on the gap,
during that
50-50.
Fox interview on the Federal Reserve. He renewed threats to fire Fed Chair Jay Powell.
And this came in response to a question about the criminal investigation into the Fed's renovations, which of course is threatening to delay Senate confirmation of Kevin Warsh to be Powell's successor. Trump said he would not be dropping the probe, and that if Powell doesn't leave his seat on time,
Come on,
quote,
brother.
then I'll have to fire him.
Don't
He
do
added
this
that
to
he's
me.
held back on firing Powell. He
We're
said,
within
I wanted
4.5
to fire him,
points.
but I hate to be controversial. And guys, as you know, Powell's chairmanship
Come
ends
on,
a month from
brother.
today on May 15th, but past precedent suggests that he can stay on as chair temporarily until his successor is confirmed. His seat on the board, though, that's set to last until January of 2028.
So that was
Guys,
Jerome Powell. He still has the seat on the
But
board
what
till
the president implied
2028.
is that if he stays on the board, he's going to fire him as well, not just if he stays on his Fed chair until Warsh is confirmed.
That's what it seemed, but I will say it's not completely clear. It might be just that if Powell wants
Come
to stay
on,
on as
brother.
chair past May 15th, which again,
Come
precedent
on,
suggests
brother.
that's okay until Warsh is confirmed. That might be what the president has an issue with. It
Come
wasn't
on,
clear
brother.
whether he wants him gone entirely
Follow
after
through.
May 15th, despite the fact that his board
No.
seat remains till January 2028. I've
Take
reached
out
out to the White House on
78.
this, and I haven't gotten a response back yet, but it's not clear at this point. I think what we do know, though, is the president clearly not backing down from the probe and renewing these threats, that he's still willing, he said, to fire the
Spies.
Fed chair.
Nasdaq,
Megan, thank
Peck
you
is
for
trying to
making
do
this
something.
in, DC
Spy
for us.
is a little bit of a party
Treasury
pooper.
Secretary Scott Bessent joined Sarah this morning at the Invest in
Bitcoin's
America
taking a little bit
Forum.
of a hit.
He discussed how the Iran war
How's
and
SPY
rising
flow?
energy
It's
prices
flat.
have
It's not
factored
trending
into
down. It's
inflation,
just flat.
And talked as well about the Fed's path.
Mag 7 popped. I like
What
that.
we've seen in the inflation data.
Who's this?
Core inflation's
Oh,
coming
Treasury
down.
Secretary.
It is the noisy energy component, and we've seen oil prices collapse
Fuck.
over the past 2 weeks.
Little fake out
Interest
there.
rates are coming back down.
Watch your mouth,
I came out and said,
That's why I don't
think
like
the
your
Fed
channel,
has
man.
been
Come
wrong.
on.
You cuss too much, man. I gotta get out of here. My stop's down here. I mean, I don't care. I gotta go with what works. That's a pretty good stop spot. I mean, it's a pretty good stop spot I got. I'm not gonna change it. It's above the box. It's reasonably good. I mean, I got to get to 1-to-1 at least before I break even. It's not quite there yet. It's got to be patient. This was too difficult to trade this area. I mean, the 200, 400 is going flat. Now it starts to go up right here, and all these bounces are working nicely. This big dip that dropped way down, surprisingly, it was pretty scary for the longs, because the bottom three long-term moving averages never cross one another, so it's still intact to go up. And then once these got above, the faster moving averages got back above right here. That's when it shot up over the box. And that's kind of where we're at now. We'll see if we got enough steam to keep going. I think we will keep going, but I don't know for sure. But here's the thing, if it does keep going, it looks like it's just going to be a slow grind, which is fine as long as it keeps going. We still have that target on the day chart looking good way up there. We got these plenty of space to get up to that high level, and the trend line is coming down. So I'm just going to grit my teeth and say, hey, you know what? I got my stop down at this recent head fake to the downside, and I got a target 2-to-1 here, and let's just kind of just be patient, because that's where it's the hardest. Just be patient. It might come all the way down and get you, but hey, It's a reasonable trade. It's flowing good. 5-minute chart chopped away a little bit there, and now it's above the box. I was waiting for it to get above that box before I made any trades because it was getting smacked down pretty hard there. But it's above the box now. So there's really nothing, you know, if it drops back down and hits that pivot level where that red candle is and goes lower, it should get you out. And that is a bad, that is a loss. You can take losses when the market acts that way. But if the market's going to act good, then we're in the right kind of trade. We are. But you never know what the market's going to do. So I'm just going to hold it. We've had losses, rejections before. We're used to it now. Trading long enough to know that anything can happen, and don't get upset when it does. Just keep finding yourself in decent trades, and eventually one of them's going to take off. It'll cover the losses. That's kind of where my theory is. Keep taking good trades, reasonable trades. Don't get mad, bent out of shape, and curse yourself with your words when something bad happens. I mean, I'll hear a lot of traders say, oh, this always happens to me. Well, it's going to keep happening to you if you keep saying that over and over. It's just the way the world is. It's how the universe is. You don't say negative things about your trading and expect your trading to do good. So if we take a loss, we just look at it like, I'm learning from this, and that's it. That's it. 15-minute, I like the 15-minute. It's a strong candle over the box. It could fall back down into the area. It could stop me out, whatever. But it looks like it's going to, if it does hit the target up there, whew, it could be a while. It could be a while. I like what it's doing, though. It looks good. It's possible. A little flag here. It's developing a little flag pattern here, possibly. I like the pintails. I like that it's making higher lows. It is making higher lows. And so why would I not be in this trade? I was thinking about if it drops back 50%, since my loss is, what is my loss? My loss is $300 on this trade. Well, I'm only in 1 micro. So with 2 micros, it says where my stop is for 2 micros, the loss would be 270. I only have 1 micro. So that tells me that if it drops back down into this area here, midpoint on these moving averages, somewhere in there, I'll be looking for it bounce, and I'll add to my trade because I'm already under my loss limit. I have 1 micro instead of 2. So I'd be looking to add the 2nd micro if it pulls back into the into the 50% zone here, somewhere in here. As long as the moving averages are all still going up. And then if it goes down to the bottom, I'll still get out, but I won't lose the full 272 risk because right now I have 1 micro. So that is the plan. That's the plan. Let's see what happens. I don't need that. You can eyeball 50%. I finally got used to just gauging it with your eye. You don't need to draw it out every time. I mean, I'm kind of getting past that a little bit now. Thank God for that. My chart already looks pretty packed with information. I don't need this line anymore. Let's get rid of that. That's my stop loss line. Okay, we have the box at the bottom, box at the top for the zone, breakout of the box at the top. I'll keep that. All right. It's just waiting now, really. And nothing's, what could change that would make me get out early? Nothing. I'm ready to take this loss if it comes to the bottom. It's only half of what I was willing to risk anyway because I have 1 micro. So, and the plan is if it comes down into the moving averages, then I'll look for some kind of pattern on lower time chart to add. And then if it goes down and stops me out, I'm losing less than the 272 I was willing to risk. So that's it. That's it. Day chart. What's the day chart look like? I mean, the day chart is just unbelievably. The momentum is just scary. Look at that, man. You gotta be long right now. You gotta be. When every other chart is bullish, 4-hour chart, hour chart, 15-minute, 5-minute. How are you not going to be bullish right now? My problem is knowing where to put my stop, because I've had it happen more than I like. I'm right. I can't tell you how many times my target was hit, but I got chopped up so bad before it got there that I ended up with a loss on a day that it hit my target. This is aggravating. So aggravating, man. I'm like, how did I lose money today? It went right to where I thought it was going to go. I slapped myself, man. It's like, you got to figure this out. And I think I am figuring it out little by little, hopefully. Part of me is tempted to just take whatever I get, take the 1-to-1. Part of me says, well, you can reduce your risk now. Start rising your stop loss. Because if it drops now back down to that area, it's something catastrophic is going to be in the world or news or something that's going to make that happen. Once it hits target 1, I have the option of going to break even. I have the option of just coming up to maybe this stop loss right here, because now the 50% zone is much, much higher. The higher it gets, I could raise my stop loss to under 62% under this pivot level. Just reduce my risk. Keep it far enough away. But I can't tell you how many times that I have a 1-to-1 and it breaks me even. And we've all had that happen. Everybody has. So many different strategies out there, man. You just got to figure out what works for you. I know there's a lot of people that have a 55% win rate and they just take 1-to-1 and they're profitable. They make enough to pay their bills. As long as they're 55% win rate and they're 1-to-1, they get that 1-to-1. When they get that 1-to-1, they're able to make money. So it just depends. Got to look at the numbers. Got to look at what's working, what's not working. But I don't think it's much to ask for a 2-to-1 on this trade. I don't think I'm getting greedy. Is that where my stop's going to be? I mean, I moved it there for demonstration purposes, but I mean, if we get, I don't know. I'm just going to leave it back down here for now. It hasn't reached 1-to-1 yet. I don't like moving it before that. I'm trying to get to where I'm trading slower charts, because usually I've been getting, when I trade the lower time charts, I can get chopped up. I like the lower time charts because you get more trades, you get a lot more action. The 1,000 tick chart here is like the minute chart. And that pivot level right there is right at my break even. I'd like it to put in another pivot level here somewhere and keep going, and then I can I'll feel better about breaking even, but I don't want to break even yet, especially right at that pivot level. Although all these pivot levels have been higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. That's great. Sometimes you get that one last move that comes down and before it goes up, and it'll make a higher pivot level, but only according to this one here, and it'll be higher than that one, but it'll wipe out these little ones here. You can wipe out all these little pivot levels. It didn't go to 1-to-1, and I just, you know what, I can't compromise my mind and my focus because of emotions. Taking the loss and taking lots of losses, getting used to losing, and then you start to feel like a person can feel like every single one of my trades is losing. I don't dare say that. I don't dare believe that either. I don't dare dwell on that, even though it feels that way. Got to be careful how I express myself because stuff tends to manifest. No. When I take losses and it feels like every single trade, if it were to feel like every single trade was losing, then how am I dealing with that? I mean, I'm just bearing it. I'm just accepting it. I'm just waiting patiently to break through that moment. Something's going to happen where I'll have a winner, and it'll change my attitude, my perspective, my feeling. I'll feel encouraged. And I just got to wait for that time to come because every trader goes through that disparity. Everybody does. So that's a nice little pivot level where I was hoping it'll break over the top of this and keep going. Well, the possible breakout has broke out, so we don't need that anymore. It did break out. I put that on there a while back before it broke out of the box. All right, I'm going to raise my stop loss a little bit here. It's going to have to drop 100 points to stop me out. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. Target 1 is hit, but I saw moving my stop loss up a little bit. See what the 5-minute chart looks like. Man, that's going nicely, man. My stop loss is up higher. I'm excited, but not too excited because anything can happen. 50% zone of that pullback is right at break even, so my stop loss is quite a bit underneath 50%, so if it does decide to do a fib retracement, I'm still safe. I'm looking forward to breaking even on it and letting it run if it runs. Part of me wants to just take the 2-to-1 though. There's that target right up there. That's beautiful. That beautiful target right up there. That's, you know, that's where it wants to go. You know that's where it wants to go. 5-minute chart. Let's look at the 15-minute chart. Yeah, 15-minute chart. You could just see it wants to go there. Hour chart. Let's take a look at it on the hour chart. Oh yeah, hour chart. It's looking good. Breaking out of this little sideways zone, it could push up pretty good here. I certainly don't want to get greedy and lose everything, but sometimes that happens. I think it's going to get up there, guys. I really do. Right here to this area. Let's put a little circle here and see if we're right. And it's hard. You can't predict what's going to happen in the market, but you could see a potential target. I mean, it could shoot right through that and go right up to the next double lines. It could do anything. Well, I'm finally green. I don't know what I had a loss last night, an overnight trade. I thought it was going to keep going, but it stopped me out in the middle of the night. So made that back. Pretty much break even on that one. Come on, buddy, do me right. Get up to that 2-to-1 at least. That would be great. Not asking a lot. It's definitely before. I mean, it's pretty close to 3-to-1. This level right here is very close to the pivot level of that day chart candle coming down. Way over here, we've got a pivot level, rejection candle, and I think it's going up there. I really do. Sometimes it's best just to walk away from the computer. Just walk away from the computer. That momentum is so strong. Wow. Look at that. That is magnificent. Mamma mia.
In the depths of every rhythm, there is something I can feel.
This is actually the level I wouldn't mind seeing resistance here at these lower 200s. And 200s is where I'm looking at resistance. I talked about this last night during slow markets, but there's lots of resistance at this level. And I say this level is going to be these mid to lower 200s. So maybe we could see some selling stepping in if we could get 50 points higher from here.
200 is my long target.
All right. Well, yeah, gold selling off just a touch. What do we have next on? What do we got next on the calendar?
Snuffle platypus? No, I don't really want to preempt any failed upside auctions in a market that is this strong and trending to the upside.
What's Delta looking like?
14% rally.
I gotta go. Looks like the. Oh, what do you got for Delta, Hogue? They just continue to pump this thing.
Yeah, positive 7,000 in the ES and positive 3,100 in the Nasdaq.
7,000 now? Oh, that jumped quick.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah, initiative buyers.
Initiative buyers indeed.
I am going to look for it. Oh man, I hate to say it.
Uh-oh.
Godspeed. Godspeed.
Yeah, short.
Yeah.
I'll be that guy.
Oh, Dakota.
Let's see how we react up here. Okay, let's see how we react.
That's right.
See if we get 3-bar reversal on the 5
Inside
minute.
the IB and the SPs.
No.
Well, I can officially break even
I should
now.
probably puke this long.
So I am on break
All right,
even
we
down
got
here.
a little pullback here in the.
And if it's going to collapse and come get me out, so be it.
4
I
points off
feel
the
like I did
highs.
good and
you
succeeded
take
to
it,
get to
Dakota?
break even.
No.
Break even is a great place to be. So I was able to let it kick up over the top of 1-to-1. It kicked up over the top of 1-to-1. Fine. 5-minute chart here. And I'm on break even now. So I'm okay. If it comes and stops me out, so be it. One of these days, break even will hold, and that's what we're going to look for. I can just let it continue to just play out all day, and maybe we'll have a winner. Maybe we'll get stopped out for break even. But that's what we're doing so far in the live stream. I'm going to end the live stream here. It's been an hour. I hope to see you guys on the next live stream. God bless each and every one of you. Take care. We're holding for break even or a big winner. All right. Peace.